We're here with another Tub Talks. Arjun is finally back after like 5 podcasts.
I was there. Oh my god.
No, we have like 5. Why do you touch toes with me?
Dude, I need to get lower.
Okay, we had like 5 podcasts without you.
I was
me
there.
And
no, that's not true at all. Because there's literally one that's just us 3.
Yeah. Oh, that is shit. There's one.
Bro.
Sorry. Excuse me. There is one. The other ones are probably not going to come out. They might be Spotify exclusives.
Is there no way to turn the jets on like really low?
No. By the way, so we're on Spotify now. If you are actually hearing this on YouTube and we put it on YouTube, go follow us on Spotify.
Facts. Orange juice.
Hopefully we'll put the link in the description if Arjun remembers it. And while you're at that, Braden podcast, inspired by Orange Juice podcast, is out. Extremely entertaining individual, Jane's cousin.
We're innovators.
We are innovators.
We're visionaries.
We made the Wave Runners, and now we run the wave.
Yeah, because we're the first people to ever do a podcast.
But we're the first people to be committed to it, though.
Yeah, we're the first people to be committed in our high school.
You know how like everybody like always says they're gonna do a podcast,
and they don't do it,
and then they don't do it because they're not committed like you two are.
And we started bad, but we grew. Like I feel like we're a lot more organized now, where we could actually just.
And our reach is just so much higher now.
Yeah, I think
we got random commenters telling us to kill ourselves.
Wait, we could do that here.
No, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Kill yourself challenge.
I'm not gonna ask you to put the comments on the screen, but on our last one with the habanero video, someone literally wanted us to waterboard ourselves. Someone wanted us to waterboard Arjun.
Which, to be funny, was actually what I recommended.
He was so nonchalant about it. He was like, "Oh, awesome video, guys! Totally cool."
I think it was a she, so you gotta do a girl voice.
No way.
Wait.
No, there's no way that was a girl.
Oh, really?
But they were like, next video, I want you guys to put your face underwater for a whole minute. No breathing.
So next video we are going to do is going to be hot ones. Arjun's not going to do it, but you talked about your uncle, who's, I guess, really good at spice, taking it and being terrible.
And my mom, too. My mom was like, yeah, like, don't worry, I'm fine. And then she ate it and was like, dying for like 5 minutes.
So I'm gonna get some milk. We're doing the bomb, which if you're not
milk.
Dude, why do you always like make fun of my pronunciation? I actually have like a speech impediment.
Because
that's like actually really
talk about that.
Because he says "wan on wan" and then he says "malk."
Okay, that's crazy.
And he also pizza.
I literally have a speech
Bird
impediment.
one says like the most Indian way or like brown person way of saying pizza.
Do you want to mimic it? You want to do the accent?
No, he just says pizza.
Pizza, like Leaning Tower.
Like pizza.
Oh, we're gonna do. If you're not familiar with hot ones, it's supposed to be allegedly like the spiciest sauce. It's the one where the Shaq meme came from.
No, it's not the spiciest. It's the third spiciest in the rotation.
It's not Scoville spiciest, but it's allegedly the most painful.
Yeah, it's the most painful apparently.
Because we'll go up to higher ones eventually. By the way,
whoa!
What?
Since when?
Pong. Look how I caught that. That's baseball skills. No, you're not gonna do it because you already kind of bitched out on.
I did
the bomb.
I'm done. No more.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
End it.
Grid one, would you do them with me or no?
Would I?
Yeah.
After Ramadan's over?
I am the worst with spice.
Yeah, no, I understand how
we
you guys
did a
are so bad with spice,
bro.
The thing is, I'm bad with spice, and I'm like a mediocre Asian person.
Well, you know the one what was one you guys did last time?
Habanero.
Yeah, okay, that one. I was like searching up all the peppers while I was at the store to see which one was the spiciest. And you remember like sophomore year when
Thai chili.
Yeah.
Johnson brought in the Thai chili.
It's Shapiro.
But yeah.
Oh, Johnson also brought in the Thai chili.
Okay, well now I have to censor those names.
It doesn't matter.
It's okay.
Okay. Anyway, bro, I was dying from that one. Like,
I was
the
dying
way
from
you
that
guys were
too.
dying
I was okay
from
with
the
it. I was okay with
habanero, and that's a 6 of the habanero.
Dave, you have a stick on your face.
Really? By the way, so I listened to Braden's podcast, and he really doesn't censor anything. We're probably not going to get to that point because I feel like we have more responsibility and more shit that could like
go wrong.
Yeah, more shit that could go wrong with us. Whereas like Braden's pretty open about everything. Also, highly entertaining individual if you haven't already. Again, just follow him on his Spotify. But shit, what were we on? Yeah, you guys are terrible with spice.
Yeah.
Like absolutely
yeah.
awful.
Ridwan's way worse. He couldn't finish a talkie.
Yeah, I remember you
Him
with
and
like
Justin.
the Flamin' Hot Cheetos freshman year.
Justin.
I've gotten questions before like why we started the podcast. And I guess we haven't had like a full discussion on this.
Who asked that?
It's just people in general. Like, no, I mean, obviously, like, you're going to find out about the podcast, and it's, like, something that's kind of, like, unique for us. especially as like three kind of antisocial individuals.
That's very true, actually.
So like actually have a podcast. So
but I don't
everyone's
think
gonna-
that we're antisocial. I think that we don't talk to people that we don't know.
Well, I mean, I think I'm the
All
reverse.
right, dude. We don't care about the psychology
I think
definitions. for
I'm
antisocial.
exactly the reverse of that. I talk to people who I don't know, but I'm antisocial.
Okay, I'm the exact opposite. If I know I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna talk to them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but yeah. So we went in the beginning podcast, but like now that we have time to think, like I know why I started the podcast, but you.
I remember you talked about this. You were like, I came.
You
to
just
one
touched
day.
toes with me again.
Dude, get your feet away from me then.
Okay.
All right, but I don't know.
Okay, Red One was pulled into this, so I'm sorry. You're not gonna really be part of this conversation.
No, because we were talking about how, like, it was, like, beginning of basketball season, whatever. And I, like, went to you and said, let's just go through with it. I don't know. I was watching, like, one of your interviews on the channel that doesn't...
De La Rosa.
Oh, were we saying it still?
Yeah, we could say it. We could
Honestly,
say it. Just
delete
say
all
De
your
La
stuff.
Rosa. It
All right,
doesn't
De La
matter.
Rosa.
You know
Because
how many times I had to cut it out?
Sorry,
Inconsistent.
I took it all down. That's the thing.
So
It's okay.
inconsistent.
Okay, we
But,
could just say it now. De La
we're-
Rosa.
Like, I don't know. I was watching one of the interviews on De La Rosa, and it was, like, a good insight into somebody's life. And then, I don't know. It was a cool thing to do. And then I just said, like, well, we should just do that on a separate channel.
I'm assuming it wasn't H's.
Why would you say that? It was Austin's.
Because that H one was terrible. I remember it. I like put it up. It was just like a really bad interview.
Who's?
H's. That's like a 50-50 thing. That's not just all. That was like also me. Like I could just be straight about that.
Well,
An interview is also like
CHP.
an interview is carried by like the interviewer. If it's a bad interview, it's the interviewer's fault. But like at the same time, like
I
a
disagree
great
with
interview
that
could be
take.
the
disagree
interview.
because-
I feel like
Again.
Sean Evans can have a bad interview, but he's a very great interviewer.
Okay, but I feel like if you're a great
Why would you
interviewer,
throw it that
you
high?
could get the best out of a fucking rock.
That's true. That is
So
true.
like, you know, if you're
But
a
you're
great
not-
interviewer, like for example, like someone like Joe Rogan, you could get a rock and like make it somewhat entertaining.
Okay.
But anyways, why I started it, remember sophomore year I did like those random voice memos and I throw them on Discord?
Yeah, I remember. No, that's junior year.
Oh, that was junior year. Huh.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, well that's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's always been like a time capsule thing where we could like keep these things stored and then like, a few years later we could look back and be like, that's cool. Because, you know, there's certain individuals where I'm never going to hear their voice again. And it's like, I would give a lot to like, just hear them talk again. And now we're going to always have this. Because it's always like cool to just like look at a picture and all. He almost stung your back. It's always cool and all.
All
All right, stop
Yeah, it's
interrupting. Let's get this.
You never played Sting Ball?
No. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Yeah, you killed my train
I
of
want to
thought.
say what I want to say though.
It's always like cool and all to just like see a person through a picture or a video, but something like a recording is like something intangible that it is both easy and accessible and also just really cool. And that's why when Chris like was saying we, I was listening back to it, like I was like so like, oh, that's really cool. Because it's always supposed to be like a community thing where like specifically our friend group could like contribute to something and look back on it and be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's why Orange Juice has never been
And
just,
even
us
like
people.
even people that are outside of our friend group like say like it's cool whether or not they listen to it or not, but the concept of it is so cool.
Yeah.
Also, what was I gonna say? Oh, it was like when it was like originally meant for like just basketball. I want to say like Chris like kind of transformed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
with
because
his episode
Chris transformed it from just a basketball podcast to like something that was
to
more
like
than
just insight into people's lives, and then it kind of went from there.
I remember our inspiration for it to be a basketball podcast. It was
Yeah.
a conversation I was having with Tyler at the time. It was the whole free block. It was our free block, and like the whole time we just talked about just like basketball and how it's been going and everything. And that was like why I was like, hey, let's do like these basketball interviews, because I feel like when you first were just like, hey Dave, remember we were joking about making a podcast in Simmons, like and then you just like we're like, oh, let's make a podcast now. We never really had a concrete idea of what it'd be, and I feel like that's why our first few podcasts were so bad.
Honestly, yeah, I could like find the conversation that I had, but
Currently in my life right now, kind of mid senior skip day, but I turned in my applications to get a job with the city, which is pretty cool and all. I'm looking forward to it, and this would be my first paid job, like official contract job, which I really hope I could get it, because one thing, it's above minimum wage, and you know, I gotta start looking for college stuff, you know?
yeah.
Also, I want to spend more stuff on my time, because, you know, I could really only go out when I have an excuse, which is usually basketball or working out. So work is another excuse, and I really need to explore the world more. Ridwan,
No life updates.
Ridwan, do you want to talk about why your experience when like we asked you to be on the podcast or whatever? is it was just us two for the first 3 episodes, and then we were just like Ridwan. Orange
Wait,
Juice
no,
Now.
no. We talk about how I never speak. Ridwan doesn't speak about himself. At least I speak about
no,
myself.
Ridwan doesn't speak about himself. He just asks questions, but like it's understandable. You could, I mean, we just saw the video where Ridwan, you did talk about how you don't like talking about yourself. So can you talk about yourself real quick and how it was like when you actually tried to join Orange, or when you joined Orange Juice podcast?
Or what if we just do Ridwan's episode right now?
No, let's not do that. We'll do that
Yeah.
next time.
Speaking of episodes that we still need to do, Tyler hasn't done his episode because he's a piece of shit.
Is that,
Hey, whoa.
Dude,
Yeah.
he doesn't even watch us.
is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
Where?
He
Why?
doesn't pay. Even when he's on the podcast, he's not paying attention.
Okay, that is true.
That was one time.
But
Dude, it's 100% true.
it's just Tyler. Tyler's busy, to my knowledge, and then we don't have time when he has time, and reverse and vice versa. And it's like when we,
I'm Tyler. I'm cool. I get girls.
and it's
Bro,
like,
he posted a girl on his
On his private story.
Simp.
Private story.
Right, but
It was
it's
his
also like
girlfriend.
when we both have
We have to
time.
cut that
Also, when we were both with Tyler, it's usually we spend our free time working on playing basketball. I just want to preface that to defend Tyler. Would you rather play basketball or do a podcast? Like, let's be real.
I'd rather play basketball.
Exactly. So
I know, but I'm saying he doesn't like make time out of his day either, though.
when
And he definitely has time, bro. He's not the best with time management.
I am.
None of us are, other than like David.
yeah, sort of.
No, you know what it is? David has the thing that we talked about in like psych where like bipolar people just get on like their really work phase eras. And that's what Dave's on.
But I'm like on that all the time.
Do you think I could skip it?
You're just always manic.
Yeah, that is really true. Someone the other day, this was like the greatest compliment I ever got, but they meant it as an insult. It was like, I have a maturity of like an old dude, but at the same time I have like childlike energy.
You gotta start telling us who says these things.
Who said that? I think it was Henry. But yeah, that was like the greatest compliment I've ever gotten. Also, I stay away from that. Just the rumor mills aren't fire for me. You know,
Honestly, I've kind of reverted as to like what my whole methodology is. I've
And
become
also-
like a gossiper.
you've become. I don't engage in gossip.
I
Like,
know.
I'm being so real. You know this. I don't talk shit behind people's
No,
backs
I'll have
before I
like
talk shit in front of
I'll-
their faces.
it depends on like the person, but if it's like somebody I really don't care about or I don't like, then I won't ask a single question about like what they got going on in their life.
I feel like that changed me in sophomore year to be more like that, but as I've found myself more as an individual, I hate saying that. But like, truthfully, yeah, like I don't engage in gossip. I don't engage in, oh my God, we're gonna go on this. I don't engage in hate. I really just act with love.
All right, David.
Like, no, I'm being so real. Like, think about it. When's the last time you really heard me talk shit about someone? That I wouldn't talk shit in front of them in the real life. Or like, even then, like, even if I would talk shit in front of them, I would like, I still won't talk shit.
At least.
Okay, well that's not hate. That's not hate. I'm just saying a fact. I was just laughing. I was
Oh,
just
like
okay,
there's
that
so
has to
many
get-
portions.
that has to get cut
There's
out.
so many portions of this have to get cut out.
By the way, bro, why did my name get thrown around in the rumor mills?
For what?
what?
What's-
Just in life.
What?
Rumors are going
No
on about it.
rumors.
I've told
are
you
going
about
on.
rumors that go around with me,
What?
and I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Which ones?
What? You can't
Say
podcast
it.
cut.
You can say it on the
I'm a nice guy.
and I don't. It doesn't matter to
Why?
a lot of people.
Okay, I really didn't do anything.
There's
bad
you
today.
can okay, but David, here's the thing: if you're gonna take like the approach of like not caring about gossip, then you shouldn't care about it when it's about you either, because you know it's true about yourself.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, then you're contradicting your own statement.
No, I don't care about that. It's just like,
You
keep-
do, because you're bringing it
No,
up.
you do care about it.
just keep the negative energy out.
No,
of my
but you don't want to
atmosphere.
be portrayed in the manner that you're a negative person or a hateful person.
That is true, I guess. But I feel like when I actually have real conversations with people, at least I feel like the outward look on me is like I am a negative person or a hateful person because I'm usually just yelling at you during lunch. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think I am. I'll cut that shit out. And I really just like, I bring that shit out of me just for entertainment, either on podcasts or like in lunch table talk. It's like I can control that now. Where'd I put my phone? Oh, my phone's there.
Also, you taught that today that I was like giving you hater energy today.
I troll about that.
Yeah, but what am I giving hater energy for? I'm done giving hater energy. I thrive off love now.
There's some bullshit.
Just kidding. I always thrive off hate.
Yeah, no, like you made that picture that I put you on as your profile
It's
picture.
a common Twitter picture of just
Yeah,
Kylie
that's
saying, "I don't need an alarm clock. My hate wakes me up."
That's true. By the way, someone told me that like in our lunch table conversations, sometimes they just like sit back and listen to us.
Yeah, because we're very.
We're loud.
That is
as
true.
hell.
That is true.
Like that time we. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind.
Say, oh,
Lath.
Lath.
Yeah, like that sort of conversation.
They all moved away because Lath was just like.
No, they were listening in for. A
No,
good
but then
amount
they
of
all moved away because
But
they
a
were like,
good
what
amount
the
of
fuck?
time.
By the way, okay. I stopped. This is something that
time. Also,
kids
cut
say
out
in here.
her last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching the prawn.
What's
Uh,
the prawn?
What do you
Come
think it is?
on.
I can't say the actual name because YouTube takes it down.
No, there's no.
Oh,
way you
what
don't
do you think it
prawn.
Like prawnfish.
Yeah.
So I've like been going 3.5
Wow.
weeks, and like actually I'm like actually happier. The only thing that turns me on is concepts. I'm divided.
Honestly, no, I've gone like a few months without it. Not
Right now?
currently, Not
Oh,
currently.
okay.
And I
Yeah.
don't like feel a difference.
For me, like it's just happy. Well,
The
is
only
it?
reason-
Are
the
you
only
going out
reason I
with
stopped-
prawn or without mastering stuff?
Both.
Oh, okay.
But the
I don't
thing,
know how you
the
wanna
thing
go
that like, the thing that makes me happier is having something to do. And when I don't have something to do, then I revert back to like the prawn because I'm bored as fuck and I got nothing to do.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Because
But-
otherwise, it's not like I care enough to like take time out of my day. If I'm doing something, I'm not gonna like care.
Watch it. Okay, I understand that, but for me, like, I have a lot of free time in general, so it's like like in reality, like everyone has enough free time, but like I understand your thing. It's not. I wouldn't say it's time. It's more just like how tired you are, and it's like it's cutting the temptation out where like you could like not even think about doing it. Where it's like it kind of creates a more feeling of freedom, a mixture between lethargy and freedom.
I don't know. For me, it's more like a feeling of like self-control over yourself
Yeah,
rather than like
that's what I'm trying to say.
actually freedom.
Once you could liberate yourself from like outside influences like prawn, whatever, or like in your case like food and water, it's like you really have a better understanding of your self identity.
Let's not give Ridwan too much credit.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Like I'm being so real. I like troll about Ramadan and all that stuff and hate crimes, but I respect Ramadan.
You know, I just troll about hate.
No,
crimes.
okay,
This
I
is
need
so
I need
far just
context to that.
incredible
I
episode.
need context to that. Like for example, I asked Ridwan the other day. We were in a hot tub. I was like, "Hey, if I like spray water into your mouth, is that a hate crime because it's Ramadan?" Like as a troll.
Yeah.
But like I actually have so much respect for people going through Ramadan
They
fasting.
go in the pool.
And like now, I've already told you, like in college, I'm gonna try and become a vegetarian. I aspire to be in that level of liberation from other people's both opinions, like we talked about before with the gossip, and also just outside influences that could draw me away from my ultimate goal.
You know, that reminds me actually. There was like a period of time where I had like serious thoughts about converting to Islam. I'm not even like you
Really?
think I'm joking, but I'm serious.
When?
Did like high school.
I'm being,
Really?
I'm being
Yeah.
so serious.
But you know, like what stopped me is like views of like family, because I just don't want to deal with that right now. Like maybe later in my life.
It's pretty cool.
There was a period in time where like I actually thought about converting. I'm being so serious to you right now. Like I'm heavy Christian, but I would probably hide it from my family also because they're heavy Christian, and there would be like a stigma behind it, like just being open. I would come from a more conservative family, so there would be more stigma between it. But like I've like very heavily considered converting to Islam.
I think
as
it's
well.
worse in my family, to be honest, because
Oh.
Hindus.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. But I mean, you're atheist or agnostic. You're agnostic.
But my mom and dad are, but my grandparents aren't. I know
So-
they would say some shit like, "You're not my grandson anymore," or something like that.
That's crazy.
Because they
Okay.
said that to my cousin when he wasn't even Muslim. He just said like, I forgot what the conversation was, but it was something about Muslims.
Wait, if they knew
He
you
was
were
like defending like Islam or something.
do they
like
know
that.
you're agnostic? Oh, okay.
Yeah, do they know you're agnostic?
Yeah.
I mean, if your parents are agnostic, I'm assuming they would know. But look, your mom was with 100 subscriber. I feel like that's like
It's
that's
so
like really cool.
symbolic.
Yeah, that's really symbolic.
It's full circle. Mom births me.
Oh my
I
God.
start Orange Juice podcast. She's 100 subscriber.
No,
That's your whole story of life.
That's literally all that you need to know.
Wait, is your mom like cool with the stuff we say?
She doesn't watch.
She doesn't care. She does.
Oh, really?
Or she has watched. She watched Jaden's episode, which kind of like said a lot of stuff.
Where you're
in that.
racing?
No, she didn't watch the second part, thank God.
Okay.
And she
by
watched
the way.
the habanero challenge, where I
Also-
was like cursing and shit.
Our primary demographic now
What?
is old women.
I'm telling you, my mom's
Older
different,
women.
bro.
Excuse me. I didn't want to be disrespectful. Is older women relative to us?
I feel like Dave's the only one that understands, but I feel like at our school, so many people have like chill parents.
I have.
Yeah. Thank you for.
I have
Like,
very chill parents.
My
Yeah.
parents, bro, would freak out, like
But
lose their mind.
no, my dad's
Well, I mean,
a little
you wouldn't
different.
see anything crazy. If you said what I said, then maybe your parents would freak out. But
Exactly.
No, if they
Exactly.
heard the racing shit, they'd be so pissed off. My dad gets mad at like little things too. Like he'll slap the shit out of me for like not bringing a package in properly.
Really?
Cause no, oh my god, I told Paulson this. I didn't bring the fucking you know during quarantine when you like wipe down all your stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't wipe it down before I brought it in. He slapped the shit out of me for not washing my hands after.
allegedly, let's say that so we don't get anyone in charge.
Bro. No one's
Okay,
even-
bro, like
no one
Allegedly.
cares.
Allegedly.
My
My
dad's
mom-
not abusive, bro. He's a good dad.
Allegedly.
my mom heard like the F word on like a YouTube video, and she like comes in like busts through the door. Did I just hear the F word? And like she starts flipping out, and I was like,
I know, your mom gives me those vibes, even though I've only like met her once.
What does your mom think of me? Like, I met her like once before too. I assume she knows somewhat about me, like my existence at least.
not really.
Really?
She doesn't know anything about.
I think the difference is like first generation. Is your mom
But also, like,
First
you know how my
generation?
mom, like, I could just call my mom and be like, Mom, I don't go to school today, and she'd just be like, okay.
I guess I don't know. They're like protecting us from different things. Oh my god, this reminds me. Brown parents are like so weird with what they protect you from. Like there'll be like
What
family
type of-
drama or something like that, and like serious stuff. It's not like just like somebody doesn't like somebody. But then like they'll like not tell you for like years, and then they'll tell you everybody's drama in like one sitting, and you're like, I don't know what to think about this person anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
I never got told it. I just, like, figured it out, and I was like, that's
No,
crazy.
because my brother would know and I wouldn't know, and he'd be like, "How do you not know this stuff?" I'm like, "Bro, tell me then." Like what? And then like when my mom like went on her like big tangent about like all the stuff that everybody's done, I was like, "What the fuck?"
See, I never really had that to a serious amount because outside of my immediate family, I don't really talk to many people. So
Is she coming in the hot tub?
I assume not. I think she's just
I
walking
pray to
around.
God, no.
Yo, that's disrespectful. Why would you say that?
It's so weird, Dave.
Act through love.
There's this older Asian lady that's like in like a swimsuit. And
Yo,
I'm just like,
act through love.
No. I'd love for it to happen, but like, but I really not love for it to happen though.
Did you listen to Braden's podcast yet?
I have not. He didn't even send me a link. I didn't know he made one yet.
Until it got put on a story, right?
Whose story?
Are you on his private story?
I'm not on his private story. I'm not on Braden's. Braden, if you're listening, bro, I literally gave you the sauce to how to make a podcast, bro.
Yo.
I birthed you.
Yo,
Add me to your private story.
Okay, but yeah, he has 3 episodes up.
I don't think I have him added on Snapchat, actually.
Oh, okay. I think like even more than us, his are like extreme, like cut to the book interviews.
Really?
You know, where he'll just like pose a question and then
And
they'll
then
talk
ask the
about that
next
and then
question.
ask the next question. Which is, I don't know. Would you like that more?
No.
I think it's different, but I don't like that.
I like free flowing conversation more.
I think we tried that in the beginning, and then
Definitely.
But
I
no.
think as we've noticed, or at least in my opinion, our more recent ones, like the Matt Salerno one and the Musashi one, like I feel like those have been better podcasts, and I feel like on those we ask a question, and then after that we kind of just talk.
Back and forth back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what he does too, but it's also like he pre-writes questions, right? So he has like a list of
I'm
questions.
sure. No, it's like the ones on TikTok where they like walk around and like ask people stupid questions, but
Sort of,
not
yeah,
actually
yeah.
stupid questions
Yeah.
for Braden.
But yeah, Braden is like an entertaining individual, so he has like a lot of potential to like do stuff.
He also knows a lot of people. We don't know as many people as he does.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Does he?
He does.
Okay.
He's like the shit at his school, but not really. He's just like really funny. Like everybody knows him as like I want to say a Rod figure because he's not a Rod figure,
Yeah.
but he's like a funny person.
Yeah, he's a funny fucker. But yeah, he posts like every week. I've listened to his first 2 podcasts so far because those are the ones with Jaden. But I haven't listened to his latest. I'll check that out later. But yeah. It is actually cool though that he created a podcast based on what you told him I was doing. That's actually really cool.
I'm putting people on, bro. You guys don't understand like the inner works of what I do for this podcast. in the
That's
world.
cap. I hear some cap.
Everybody talks shit about me, but like really, I'm just like the most important figure in the world.
Okay.
No, really, like at least for my day, I might like having podcasts like is super not hard. Like having these conversations, I feel like we would normally have.
It's definitely not
It's-
high effort.
Everyone
It's
goes up to
very
Dave
low
and
effort.
says, "Dave, I really like your podcast."
The only,
I
the only,
know,
the only
man.
the only person who went up to you was, Cassie.
I've literally
But
I've
everyone-
literally asked so many
like-
people to like subscribe to our podcast,
Yeah.
and everybody calls it Dave's podcast.
Really?
I'm
Who
the
calls
one
it Dave's
I'm
podcast?
literally the
You've
one
been
that
in front
had-
of people when they've been like,
This
I've
channel-
been standing right next to you.
Oh, and they're like, I love your
they're like,
podcast,
Dave, I
Dave.
love your podcast.
This
Yeah.
channel literally wouldn't exist without me.
Okay, there's some cap.
That's true.
well,
Who would have got you?
It would have been De La Rosa.
But would you have kept
Okay,
doing
actually,
it?
no,
Actually, I
you
don't think you would have
actually-
kept doing it.
No, yeah, I probably wouldn't have kept doing it.
I
but, like,
changed your life.
I feel like.
But
By the
yeah,
way, I
on
did
the
put
topic
put
of-
orange juice in my job application. But also, besides that, I feel like I just need I need another person. One thing because I feel like when you'll find if you actually want to do this like later, like create another podcast, which I don't know if you guys would. Would you?
Probably not, to be honest.
Okay, as an
I wouldn't
individual.
find a Dave person ever. You're unique.
As an individual, it's so much harder to like actually get people to like one thing like just like purely you get really insecure about it. And I know I like I always like, oh, I'm not insecure, but like when
You
you're
are
like
insecure.
when you're one person creating a podcast, like going up, please subscribe, do you want to be on this? Like it's kind of insecure. It's kind of humbling, but also it comes with a lot of insecurity, and it's hard to like actually speak in front of a camera. And it's kind of corny at the same time where you're doing it.
I
You
understand
try to like
that.
create conversation with that. Like I looked at have you ever watched the Nardwuar TED Talk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like that, and you need a certain personality to like what he says. He's just like, just ask. It's not like
That was actually a good impression right there.
But Nardwuar is like a different human being. And
Yeah.
He's like so like
He's
different in terms
alleviated.
of the way he
I'm Nardwuar.
thinks about like social standards and stuff like that.
I think I'm just like a normal fat Asian dude who plays basketball, just going around like, hey, you want to be on this podcast? So that's why I really wanted to stop it, and like I just didn't have the balls to do like something creative by myself. You're shaking up the whole tub with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that we have like 3 people, it's like easier to actually like ask people to be on the podcast because it's not just like me talking to an individual. It's like to them, it's not just like, okay, let's go have a conversation with Dave. It's like, let's get on the Orange Juice podcast.
Yeah. But they still see it as your.
They see it as
Everyone
your podcast.
outside of our like direct friend group that's actually like.
I think most
well-known
people in our
about
friend
the
group also do it.
They do view it as Dave's podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Sure.
because like if you actually watch it, I'm speaking the beginning and I'm speaking a lot. So
It's okay.
that's why you should
I
talk
don't. But
more,
the thing is, like
so you can claim
we
ownership.
talked about in the beginning of the episode,
But-
full circle. I don't care about people's views of me.
Well, I have 5
I do
subscribers.
stuff. I do stuff
High
for
five.
myself. All right, since nobody wants to listen to me, hello, fellow listener. I do stuff for myself, and everything that I
That's a
do is
lie.
for myself.
He's insecure.
And everything that I do is for myself.
insecure.
That's all I had to say.
He's insecure.
There's
He does things for other people.
why would I make a podcast with like some loser with like no
Someone's
life
weird.
and then some random brown kid if I wasn't doing it for
Oh,
myself?
so just some random brown kid while he's calling me a loser.
The
with
sixth
no life.
why would I go with the sixth option in David to make a podcast if it wasn't for myself?
Hey, I'm just gonna tell you, bro. No, I need to find Bargy and Octa really soon so we can start grape juice.
Grape juice.
Grape juice. I need grape juice to come really soon. No, like honestly, would you think you would ever like do a creative venture like this by yourself?
No,
Would you?
I'm not a
You
creative
definitely
person.
would.
David handles the
This is a
creative
zero
ropes.
person.
That's the
You
thing.
can't even talk about yourself.
Yeah, you do have like some barrier. We need to break down the barrier before the end of the school year.
Yeah.
I know you like say it in like personal text and like just like one person text, but you won't like say it ever in like a group.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
No, I know. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
why not?
like you'll talk about concepts rather than individualistic ideas.
Because, bro, who cares? Like,
I
honestly,
mean,
who
we have a
cares?
podcast,
But
so
the
it's like, who
but
cares
that's
this
the thing. You're
concept?
doing it for yourself. That's like
Yeah.
you're speaking your mind
That's
for
facts.
yourself.
Yeah, there we go.
Bro,
I don't
know.
say
I'm not,
anything
like,
I
a
say here for
person-
anybody else.
I'm not like a person that like talking to people helps me with anything. Like, I just keep things to myself.
Same with me, but like actually maybe not. I don't know.
So,
I just
It's
like
still,
to talk.
but it's always like nice to like say something.
I just like to hear myself speak.
So I'm saying me and Dave are like somewhat narcissistic.
Yeah.
Dave's way more narcissistic
Yeah.
than I. The clip of him saying like, the reason that I'm not like horny for other people is because my love for myself giant or whatever dwarfs
I'm telling you,
dwarfs my horny.
in order to have like a real podcast, like especially a Draymond Green type podcast, you need to be a narcissist. To be able to just like speak for 30 minutes
Sean
and think
Evans
you're
is
like,
the opposite of a narcissist. He only talks about his.
yeah, but he's a good interviewer.
Yeah.
That's what makes him like good at his job.
that's not a podcast. He
It's an
Sean Evans
interview.
doesn't talk about his life. He just talks about the interviews. That's another thing, by the way. If we actually do your podcast, Red One, like, I don't want to psych you out of it, but, like, you know how we talk about certain individuals that would be a really hard interview to do? Not because of the not even because of the relationship we have with them, and they're not willing to open up for the relationship, but just, like, the type of person they are. It's just gonna be hard to, like, have an interview with them. You're gonna be that type of person, Red One.
That's true.
How do you know?
It's,
Because you don't talk about yourself.
yeah,
That's how
I
we
just
know.
went on, like, 3 paragraphs, and you're just like, how do you know? How do you know?
He wasn't even listening.
I was.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
Yeah,
let's have a
100%.
conversation right now. How was your day?
It was alright. I don't know. I woke up at like 11:30.
What's something that you really believe in?
Oh, this is what I need to say. Screw you and your thoughts. Cassidy, like Ridwan says, owns me, bro. I had to go in
Yo.
at 9, 10 o'clock on a senior ditch day
You did?
to take a test. She couldn't give me like one extra day. No, it doesn't matter. We're literally just reviewing right now, but no. She literally owns me.
I know. I told you she owns you. But what you should have just said like, what if you were at Coachella? Like, I don't know.
Then I'd have to take a test that's like a harder, no, because she said like you can take it on Tuesday, but then it's going to be a harder test.
Oh my god.
I know, right? Like, why are you doing all that?
Doing the most. Were you the only one there?
Senior, yeah, only senior. I went off to the side.
You must have been so embarrassed.
That's so sad.
You must have been so insecure.
Again, like I said, I don't really care what some.
No, I
sophomores
know
or
you're so
juniors
insecure.
think
You like
about me.
you're
I
crying to
gave
yourself
my
while you're taking a
reasoning.
test. You're like,
I
oh
gave
my
my
god.
reasoning while I was here.
I'm
and
the
I
only-
came here. And
I'm
I
the
handled,
only
and I
senior
handled
here.
business, and I
I'm
got a 93 on that.
I'm
and
the
then
only
out.
senior here.
Am I the? Bro, does Coachella look fun to you? Like, I see all these
Absolutely
people's
not.
stories.
I
and
see like all the girls post about it, like Jason Lee, and I'm like, bro.
It doesn't
like,
look fun.
You're
I
in
don't-
a
I don't
group
get
of
it.
like no, but the thing is like we
I mean,
don't
I just
like
be there to
people
see
like that.
I
That's
just
the
be there
thing.
to see the weekend.
But okay, David, that wouldn't even be fun for you because you don't like getting touched, and you're in a group full of like
Why do you think I
100,000
don't like getting touched?
million people.
What? Don't touch me!
Exactly.
I'm very physical. What the fuck do you mean?
David hates being touched, and you'd be in like a mosh pit, right? Basically,
That's what I brought.
I'm
I
literally a basketball player.
it's
How
just
do
like-
I hate being touched?
and it's like hot there, and like
Yeah.
Listen, I could like change up
everybody's
my
like
must be.
high
That
and
is
like
true.
musty.
Okay, everyone. Yeah, no, I would hate that
Everybody's like
environment. but I'd
drunk,
still- I'd
high
still-
at the same time.
Okay,
like,
I
it's
still
not
just
fun.
want to see the weekend.
I don't
And
even
also-
like concerts, bro.
Yeah, I know. I
Because-
don't.
Yeah.
It's like I could listen to their music in my AirPods, and then you're telling me I gotta go sit in like a huge squad of
You know what?
white kids.
You know what? Actually,
and,
like maybe like
cheer
changed
from
my
a
mind
distance.
about that though. Like, my cousin's birthday, for some reason he
Astro
wanted to
won't
do
change your mind.
karaoke, and I was like, what? Like you're
It's
a
fine,
guy, like you know?
What, Asians do karaoke all the time, but
No, it was like a Korean place or like a Chinese place or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that. I don't know what it was. But like then we did it, and it was like actually really fun. And as a person that doesn't like actually do anything social, like it was somewhat
Yeah,
fun.
but you're singing. That's different than.
You still
Yeah.
sing along to the artist that you like.
no,
Yeah,
but I think
but
it's less than that. I think
You
the
have
concert.
to hear their like stupid voice without the auto tune,
That's true.
and like.
Okay,
I don't know,
and
it's just
it's also not just like the music. It's like the atmosphere of being there with a bunch of people.
yeah, with a bunch of sweaty people pushing you around.
No, but I think we would enjoy it if like we could go with people who would actually enjoy it with us. But the thing is, most of our friends like just wouldn't enjoy it.
That's not true.
Okay, yeah, actually that's not true. I'm sorry. to
Literally
think about
everybody outside of us in our friend group would enjoy it, other than like maybe Henry.
people. Yeah, but we go nowhere else without orange juice, right? Orange juice travels together.
That's not true at all, because you
That's-
literally don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Neither do you.
I feel your heart beat to the... Oh, sorry.
Thanks.
Beat of the drum.
Yeah. No. Like. Okay. Yeah. Actually, what you said was kind of fast.
No, I literally do go places, though. You guys just don't come.
That is true. It's like 7:15.
I
I
feel
think.
your heart beat to the beat of
Yeah,
7:14.
We got 40 minutes. Huh?
7:14. You were literally like 1 minute off.
Podcast,
This is a long
Okay, let's go. We could go 10 more minutes.
39 minutes.
Dude, screw this. Somebody better be on a road trip just listening to this in Spotify.
Since we
Otherwise,
put it
we're
on
just like,
Spotify, I think actually more people will listen to more of it.
Yeah,
Not
that is
full
true.
things, but like more of it.
that's true. Hey, because we're in our last 10 minutes, we could get a little out of pocket here. What do you want to speak about?
Yeah. what's that?
Let's talk about something random. Actually, I'm probably not even gonna include this. I just want to know your guys' takes on this. What's your guys' thoughts if you guys like have a girlfriend and she's talking to other dudes like the same way that she talks to you?
What do you mean?
Obviously not.
No, but
Like the
She's
same
loyal
way,
to
same
you,
way.
and she'll never do anything other than outside to like with you.
Like, what do you mean? Okay, so I'm your.
I could give you an example.
No, you're my
'cause
girlfriend,
this
and
is-
he's the other dude. Okay.
No, like over text. Okay, I'll give you an example
Okay, so
from
you're
my life.
talking
I'll
to
give
me
you an
now.
example from my life.
Hey, babe.
No, stop. I'm
No,
not
let's do
calling,
it.
I'm not calling you babe. This is literally me to.
Okay, well, we gotta act this out if you want me to understand. You said we're gonna cut out
You don't
anyway.
need to act it out.
No need
Understand
to
the
act it out.
question.
Like the tendencies, you know what I'm saying? Like when she like drags out your name or like gives you like
Arjun.
That's what I'm saying. That shit is weird, isn't it?
Hey, Arjun.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird, isn't it?
Hey, Ridwan.
Alright, stop. You're being really loud. But I'm saying that's weird, isn't it? And wouldn't you feel like some type of oh my god, the things that she does with like she goes everywhere with him. Like
Yeah.
I'd feel some type of
That's
way
what I
about
was
that.
asking. Gay.
He's not.
Why is he hanging out with another dude's girlfriend?
I mean, he talked to me. He was like, I wouldn't do anything with her ever, and I know that she's loyal.
Talking
So
about the fact that Dave just left.
I just think it's weird that your girlfriend would spend like more time with another dude than you.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to do the outro right now, then?
You know. Like,
Oh yeah, sure. We can do the outro. All right, thank you guys for listening to this long ass
Stop being
ass
so boring.
podcast. Orange Juice to 200 subscribers. Dave will eat a ghost pepper if we get to 200 subscribers.